A slew of celebrities are begging Republicans in the Electoral College to vote against President-elect Donald Trump. The group behind the video that they created is called Unite for America, and they're saying our founding fathers created the Electoral College to keep unqualified candidates out of office. As Ian Tuttle from the National Review points out, Hillary Clinton's campaign was star-studded and it didn't help her. Ian joins us now from New York. Welcome, Ian.
Good to be with you.
You know, the big electoral vote is taking place on Monday. These electors who typically are ignored are garnering a lot of buzz these days. Before this video came out, we did hear a few electors coming out and saying they will vote their conscience. Are any others following suit?
It doesn't look that way, and of course the problem with the electoral coup, which is sort of what's more or less being encouraged, is that then things go to the House, of course, and the House is unlikely to not to elect anyone else besides Donald Trump. So I think there's a lot of noise surrounding the strategy, but there's really no realistic possibility that this could lead anywhere.
Yeah, and speaking of Donald Trump, in your article in the National Review, you say, being no enthusiast of Donald Trump's and being open to the idea of electors exercising independent judgment in dire circumstances, I don't find Unite for America's aim in principle offensive, but one has to wonder, was anyone there watching this election? Because if there was one indisputable takeaway from 2016, it's this: no one gives a West Wing box set what Martin Sheen thinks about politics. Why would these B and C celebrities think they could sway electors when Beyonce herself couldn't convince American voters? We all seen her on stage with Hillary Clinton.
Right, exactly. I mean, I think among a lot of celebrities, there's a need to feel, important, that they're having, some sort of non-entertainment related contribution to the culture or to our sort of public sphere. But you look at what they're saying in this PSA put out by Unite for America, and it feels like a lot more like they're trying to make themselves sort of feel good and be, show themselves to be virtuous citizens by not getting behind the electoral results than that they actually have a dedicated commitment to the founding principles or some such. I mean, in the PSA, someone says the Electoral College can embrace the power granted to it by Alexander Hamilton. Well, that's not really how the Constitution works. It's not one man granting power to people 220 years later. So there's some basic illiteracy there as well that sort of gives the game away, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's just a few more details that they may have brushed over there. You call these celebrities the party of Beverly Hills. Why do you think that they feel the need to get political, and why do you think that they put this video out? Do you really think that any of them thought that this would make any changes?
Oh, perhaps. Who knows? I mean, again, I feel there's a need among some celebrities to feel like they're doing their part, in our sort of public discourse, whatever that part may be. But what's striking, and one of the things that I think is so revealing about this is that the Democratic Party has embraced the 100-millionaire glitzy, glamorous Hollywood celebrity for years and years, and of course Hillary Clinton trotted out dozens of them over the course of her campaign. But it turns out this was a campaign all about the white working class, and they were not going to be charmed by hearing Beyonce with her $400,000 a month summer home tell them to vote for Hillary Clinton. They wanted someone who understood their plight. And of course, it's a bizarre thing that the person who seems to have tapped into that or resonated with them was a billionaire real estate mogul from Manhattan. But I think that the celebrity impulse on the left was probably detrimental in the long run to trying to connect with those key voters.
Right. I mean, it's all very baffling, but you did say Clinton doesn't need to dazzle voters with her glamorous pals. She needs to connect with these working class voters. What would that take?
Well, I mean, obviously, the celebrity component is never going to be absent because most celebrities are sort of default liberals, and of course, their interests are on cultural and social issues. And the left recognizes that and can use that as it did in forwarding causes, the LGBT rights and similar causes. So that's always going to be there, as is the money component. But I think that a smarter candidate would say maybe the image I'm trying to put forward shouldn't be jet setting with Madonna and Bon Jovi. These people make for good. They get the crowds out in certain places, but it's my message that needs to be the focal point. And I think for Hillary Clinton, it was at least to outside observers, it was very clear early on that she was running on a platform of basically inevitability, and that was not what voters were interested in. At least this key voting bloc that seems to have determined the outcome.
You made an interesting point. They do manage, celebrities like Madonna and Bon Jovi. They do get a lot of people out, perhaps, to these rallies. But when it comes down to voting, that group isn't always the most reliable, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to think in sort of logical terms. I mean, is there really a large portion of key voters, that is, voters who are swing voters in swing states, staking their vote on celebrity endorsements? I mean, were a whole lot of people in Cincinnati swayed by a Beyonce appearance at a Clinton rally? Or did they come out and enjoy the music and then hear Hillary Clinton and think, well, this was fun, but she's totally wrong, or she doesn't understand the causes that are important to me. I think that the Democratic Party sort of overestimated the impact that those celebrity endorsements can have. Ultimately, people are voting on the candidate at the top of the ticket.
Absolutely. Monday's the big vote. What's your prediction?
Oh, it goes through easily. I don't think we see any coup. There might be a faithless elector here and there, but Donald Trump is your president as of Monday.
All right.
Inaugural, I suppose.
There you have it. Ian Tuttle from the National Review. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.